Welcome
Hello.
to...
Oh. Welcome to the Drunken Bear.
Hello, Vescott.
Hi, Vescott.
Today we're gonna discuss the top 10 best food you must try in Eastern Europe.
Oh my God, we had such an amazing time in Europe, and partly one of the biggest reasons is the food is so amazing there. It's so varied, so delicious, and so we want to talk about it.
We're gonna start with number 10, Polish
Zapikanka.
Zapikanka.
What a cool name for a food.
So Zapikanka is street food in Poland. There are a number of stores that sell Zapikanka.
As you can see in this big oven, and we're hoping that that's how big it really is.
So we tasted the Zapikanka at a place which is incredibly hard to remember and hard to pronounce. Zapiekci Luksasau. I believe that's what it's called, probably butchered, but it was a really tiny little place, but they had great open baguette kind of sandwiches, an open sandwich, but it was really, really delicious.
Their menu is huge. We just picked one of them, and it was a toasted baguette with cheese and kielbasa sausage and pickle on the top. I really liked the crisp on the top of the toast. It was really delicious, and it was quite big.
Okay, I'm gonna try this bombarska. Look at it, it looks really good. The bread's really nice and thick.
It's like an open Subway, don't you think?
It's so yummy. It's an open sandwich, but it's just...
We shared it. I think it's a perfect snack as a lunch. So this street food must be on your food list when you visit Poland.
Okay, so number 9 is Oblojeni. Oh my God.
We get so frustrated.
It's so hard to pronounce, but I'm going to really try this one. I'm going to try hard. It's Oblojeni Chablitsky. I think that could be it. So let me know if I'm pronouncing it right. It is another kind of open sandwich, really, but they're a lot smaller than the Zapikanka.
And they're very fresh.
Yeah, they're so fresh and they're so filled with different ingredients. So it's kind of really cool because there's so many different varieties. So you can kind of choose them all because they're so small.
Yeah, you'll be startled by the variety of options.
This only cost me 87 crowns. Incredible! That's a really good cheap eat. I'm gonna give this one a go. Look at it. It kind of looks like sun-dried tomatoes. Some kind of cream cheese. Yum, it's like cream cheese. It's so delicious.
So I'll have my beautiful salmon and cream cheese, I think. Delicious, so yummy.
And the bread's really fresh, don't you reckon?
Bread is very fresh. Yummy.
The portion sizes are quite large too, as you see. It's actually pretty big. There's my hand.
And we tried a few of them and they were absolutely delicious. I'll recommend just to get 2 of them with a cup of coffee, and it'll cost you just less than $10. You get a great bang for your buck.
So number 8 is an amazing Serbian food called Karadodeva Schnitzler. Karadodeva Schnitzler. And oh my God, it is one of my favorite Serbian foods.
Before we visit a new country, we always research what kind of food we must try in the country. And we came across this dish and we were like, this is very similar to chicken Kiev. But I was wrong because it was completely different, because it's usually made of veal or pork. I mean, there's a chicken option too. The one I had in Belgrade was the chicken option and I really enjoyed it.
I've never seen chips like this. Like it's ready for sauce. Like this.
In the middle of the food, there is kaymak, so it's really rich. Kaymak is something like, kaymak is very similar to butter, I'll say, but with a Serbian twist.
So it's got like this sauce that runs through it. It's so yummy. It's like all buttery and just, I've been dipping my chips in it. Like that kind of sauce there. Oh my God. It's like butter. So yum.
It's usually served with chips on the side and some tartar sauce to dip your dish.
It's kind of like a great pub meal, really. It's the ultimate pub meal, and you'll absolutely love it if you're ever in Serbia. You've got to try it.
Number 7, Estonian black bread. Actually, the bread itself is not really black, it's more close to brown, but it's totally different to the usual bread you're thinking of. It's not airy, it's quite heavy in fact, and when it gets toasted, I think the surface is really nice and crispy.
Yeah, it's one of those things you're like, well, why is bread on this list? Just plain bread, but it is that good. Like, trust me, like, we love our bread. I know a lot of people love their bread, but if you try this bread in Estonia, you will not regret it.
It's different to just normal rye bread, I would say. It's fermented. It's usually enjoyed with the spots with it, which is some sort of a fish.
Here's that dark brown rye bread. I haven't tried it with butter before. Very nice.
Maybe you should put this one on.
The herring.
No, not herring. It's called sprat. It's a Estonian favorite dish.
This one? Is it really? Okay, I'm not. Seems a bit fishy to me. Very yummy.
When you visit Estonia, don't miss out on tasting this particular bread.
So this one doesn't need much of an introduction. It is so popular around the world. Of course, we're talking about Polish pierogi. The Polish dumpling, which is just absolutely amazing.
I think the best place to enjoy pierogi would be milk bars in Poland. Milk bars are sort of a cafeterian during the communist era. So it's got a very unique vibe, and they have a huge menu usually, and then you can order pierogi there. I really enjoy the pierogi in Warsaw. We enjoyed it in the actually smack bang of the city, Warsaw. We had tuna-filled pierogi. It was pan-fried, but it can be cooked in a boiling water, so you can have a different version. They've got a sweet version too, so if you have a sweet tooth, I think you must try some blueberry, some sour cream pierogies as well.
So number 5 is one that maybe you haven't heard of. It is Hungarian chalet, and that's a traditional Hungarian stew which has got kidney beans. What else is in there?
Ham, egg, and some vegetables. So kidney beans in a tomato sauce. It's quite different to any other dishes. I think it's a great alternative to normal breakfast you may have.
It's a unique stew.
Yeah, it definitely sets you up for the day.
This looks so amazing. The bacon looks so thick. Look, you got the egg and you've got just delicious looking beans. It's so good. It is, whoa, it is so yummy. I'm not kidding.
Okay. So yummy.
I think you must try this dish as well as other famous national dishes in Hungary.
Another great European dish you got to try when you're in Romania is sarmale. And it's one of those things that it's quite unassuming when you look at it and you might be like, it doesn't look that yummy, but it is absolutely just amazing. It's pretty much a cabbage leaf, or actually sometimes it's just kind of a sauerkraut kind of leaf. So it's got like a minced pork, caramelized onions, some rice in it too. So when you take your first bite of it, it's just so flavoursome, and especially with that sauerkraut, the sourness of it, it's just absolutely just drooling.
So now I think it's time to reveal top 3. So the 3 goes to Hungarian langos.
Yeah, langos. Oh my god.
It's so good.
Do you know what makes langos such an interesting food to me? So first of all, we'll explain exactly what it is. And it's kind of like a fried bread. And on top, there's got different toppings, but one of the most popular ones that we've seen is sour cream and also shredded cheese on top. But what makes it so interesting is that for most kind of fried food that you get, like this fried street food, it actually doesn't taste that fresh because it's all like fried, but it tastes really fresh because unlike other kind of cheese dishes, it's not melted. And so because of the coldness of the sour cream, the cold cheese, you bite into the crispiness of the bread. Oh my God, it is just, it's an experience.
It is massive, guys. We're sharing this and I still don't know how we're going to get through it. So it's perfect for a lunch food. And this is just the basic one. This is the one that's just got the simple sour cream and cheese, which I reckon works really good. But if you go for one of the other ones with a lot of filling, having it all on your own, I reckon you'd struggle to finish it.
I think you should come and have a taste of Langos in Retro Langos.
Oh, yeah.
The restaurant is usually packed with locals. It'll cost you next to nothing. So number 2 and number 1, they are quite close call for us because we equally love these two different food. But I think number 2 should be...
It goes to Serbia, and Serbia have amazing food, but this one is, I mean, it's number 2. It's the Serbian Boric.
Oh, I love it. I think I
Boric.
literally had it every day during the stay. We
think we
stayed
did.
there for like a month and we had this Boric almost every day.
I think we did, yeah.
A niste trebali da se povrćem sa
So exciting! Look at this. That's my one, that's Rachel's, and that's our yogurt. Because you gotta have it with the yogurt, that's what we've heard. Have to. I'm not sure if this is the main one, because I've seen other people have it not in the bottle, but in the other little one, so I'm not too sure what everyone's favourite yogurt is. We've gone with this one, Vito. I'm gonna give it a go. Best one I've tried so far here in Belgrade. Delicious. I'm going to sink it down with some of this. Yum! Perfect combo, who would have thought? Yogurt with pastry, it works, it's great.
Super greasy, but it's really yummy.
There's literally a line out the door, so we're really lucky we got in when we did. I think it was just before rush hour. And suddenly everyone's having it, just sitting around here having their Boric. It's just, the pastry here is just, to die for, so good.
You can't leave Serbia without trying a burek, and of course one of my friends who happens to be Serbian too told me a great tip, which is to have it with some yogurt on the side, and surprisingly it really does work very, very well.
So number 1.
We're at number 1, and so many different countries in Europe, so many different types of food, but there was one country that had just so much delicious food. Their food, called Mitch, is just absolutely, it's one of the premium, I think, street foods in Europe.
Yeah, it's just so good. This is as close to just normal sausages you can get, but it's quite different because the texture is quite, I'd say, kind of chunky. And
yeah, it's so juicy too.
It's very
incredibly
juicy.
Look how much I'm just going to go straight with my hands. Look how much mayonnaise. So much, isn't it? It's juicy, but like so juicy. It literally just came off the grill. I think with mayonnaise, it's really, really good. It really complements it. The flakes, really, really flavoursome. Oh, it's got like a garlic kind of flavour to it as well. It's also very, I don't know if you can see there, but you can kind of really push into it, so you can tell, and that's because of how juicy it really is. It is incredible. Loving the michi as a street food, it's absolutely amazing. You've got to try it.
When I was searching for this dish, I discovered actually it includes coriander sometimes. But as someone who really dislikes coriander, I can still enjoy this delicious sausages. They're really unique. It's got a very nice taste to it, and it goes perfectly with a mustard sauce. They'll usually give you a dollop of mustard sauce on the side, and also you can probably buy a nice cold beer. It was really hard to shortlist because we love all the dishes. Each of them has a unique flavor to it, so you must have them. If you want to know more about these dishes and how we reacted to them, you must check out other videos in our channel. We thoroughly explained how they all taste like, and of course there are a bunch of other things to watch. And if you liked this video, please click like and subscribe if you haven't, and we will see you next time.
Bye guys.